Welcome back to our channel where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales and her royal family. Today we bring you some significant news. At 76, King Charles finally confessed. Princess Charlotte, as the secret weapon of the monarchy shock. Camilla. An insider source has reported that during a private meeting of senior working royals, a plan for a new monarchy aimed at the younger generation of working royals was discussed. King Charles has declined Camilla's request for royal titles for her children and reiterated that the focus will be on the children of Wales and those of royal lineage. He placed much faith in Princess Charlotte, the next Princess Royal. From spare to strategic asset. Princess Charlotte's subtle rise in the contemporary monarchy. The British monarchy is a meticulously orchestrated spectacle where each gesture is examined and every ritual is imbued with 1,000 years of history. In this significant production, a new star is emerging not with a dramatic flash, but with a subtle, undeniable radiance. Although she is not the heir, she is being groomed as a senior working royal in anticipation. Princess Charlotte of Wales, a 9-year-old, is captivating the public imagination and redefining the story of the House of Windsor with her unique blend of youthful innocence and remarkable royal poise. Amidst the grand spectacle and the steadfast exterior that captivates public attention, the monarchy is undergoing significant transformation. The institution is undergoing a nuanced transition from the historic 70-year reign of Queen Elizabeth II to the Carolean era characterized by the necessity for a slimmed-down monarchy, recent health issues affecting both the King and the Princess of Wales, and the enduring repercussions of familial discord. During this period of change, characterized by public adjustment and personal difficulties, Princess Charlotte has become an unforeseen focal point. Once seen just as the endearing middle child of the Prince and Princess of Wales, she is now increasingly perceived by pundits and the public as a figure of significance, a symbol of continuity and a possible secret weapon in the firm's long-term plan for survival and relevance. Her several public appearances, ranging from her composed demeanor during the coronation of her grandfather, King Charles III, to her assured engagements at significant national events, have elicited much scrutiny from royal analysts and commentators. They see in her not only the allure of a youthful princess, but also the emerging attributes of a powerful royal figure, one who encapsulates the responsibilities of her great-grandmother, the fortitude of her great-aunt Princess Anne, and the contemporary elegance of her mother Catherine. This narrative does not depict a sudden dramatic anointing contrary to what certain sensationalist headlines may imply. It is a far more complex and profound narrative of steady growth. This narrative illustrates the convergence of legal reform, perceptive parenting, and distinctive personal attributes, which are together redefining the role of the spare to the heir, changing a historically contentious position into one of strategic significance. As the monarchy traverses the tumultuous landscape of the 21st century, attention is increasingly focused on the little figure third in line to the throne, a princess who, although maybe not destined to don the crown, may have significant influence in defining its destiny. Analysis: transforming the spare from a tragic epithet to a strategic asset. For millennia, the heir and the spare has constituted a defining and sometimes tragic relationship within the British royal family. The position of the second-born has historically been a gilded cage, characterized by significant affluence, but overshadowed by a deep sense of purposelessness. The path is populated by individuals who grappled with their closeness to the throne while remaining constitutionally insignificant, resulting in lives marked by frustration, insurrection, or subdued despair. The spare serves as a contingency measure, a constitutional requisite whose principal purpose becomes irrelevant if the heir enjoys a lengthy and healthy existence. This intrinsic absence of a specified job has traditionally fostered emotional crises. Princess Margaret exemplifies the struggle between a dynamic character and the stringent limitations of her royal status. Prohibited by royal tradition from marrying her beloved group captain Peter Townsend, she epitomized the personal sacrifices required by the crown. Her final years were characterized by public debate and personal grief, exemplifying the spare's predicament, eternally regal but never sovereign. She was characterized by her absence of monarchy and endeavored to establish a significant identity outside that overshadowing function. Recently, the difficulties of the role have been exposed by both Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, and Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Andrew, formerly second in succession, encountered a life fraught with controversy outside the immediate line to the throne, finally resulting in his abdication of public responsibilities. His history exemplifies how an absence of defined purpose coupled with royal rank may result in catastrophic human and institutional consequences. Prince Harry, in contrast, highlighted the contemporary challenges associated with the role on a worldwide scale. His poignant book, fittingly named Spare, recounts a lifetime of seeing himself as a secondary figure, a supporting character in his brother William's narrative. His eventual and contentious exit from royal responsibilities with his wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, revealed the significant pressures and internal strife that can occur when a spare attempts to establish an independent identity while remaining connected to the institution. His travels, transmitted to a worldwide audience, unequivocally demonstrated that the monarchy's conventional passive stance on helping its younger offspring was no longer viable in contemporary society. Princess Charlotte's plight becomes more intriguing against this intricate and frequently troubling historical context. Although she is by definition the new spare, her situation is significantly different, influenced by a combination of legal advancements and a notably transformed parenting ideology. The most substantial alterations happened before her birth. The succession to the Crown Act of 2013, effective in 2015 prior to her birth, was a significant legislative measure. It terminated centuries of male preference primogeniture, a system wherein a younger brother would invariably supersede an older sister in the succession order. This change was not an impulsive decision, but the result of years of deliberation, officially ratified by the leaders of the 16 Commonwealth states at the 2011 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Perth, Australia. Absent this act, the birth of Prince Louis in 2018 would have demoted Charlotte to fourth in the line of succession. Consequently, according to the 2013 Act, she became the first British princess to retain her status as third in line to the throne, unaffected by the birth of a younger brother. This was beyond a mere technical modification. It became a significant symbolic declaration that at the highest levels of the monarchy, gender would no longer determine fate. Additionally, a proclamation issued by Queen Elizabeth II in 2012 stipulated that all offspring of the Prince of Wales's oldest son will be designated as prince or princess with the title of Royal Highness. According to a 1917 letters patent granted by King George VI, only the oldest son of the Prince of Wales's eldest son would automatically be designated as a prince. Absent this intervention, Charlotte would have been designated as Lady Charlotte Mountbatten-Windsor and Louis as Lord Louis Mountbatten-Windsor. The late Queen's intervention guaranteed that all three siblings were treated equally from birth, establishing parity and indicating a more cooperative family structure from the beginning. However, outside the legal frameworks, the most essential aspect in redefining Charlotte's position resides with her parents. The Prince and Princess of Wales are seen as being very aware of the spare predicament. Their parenting method seems to be a meticulously designed long-term strategy aimed at instilling a sense of normalcy and individual purpose in their three children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, while subtly equipping them for their distinct futures. This sharply contrasts with prior generations when the spare was sometimes allowed to meander. Insiders have said that the pair is resolute in making Charlotte feel as esteemed and essential to the family unit, the Wales trio, as her successor brother. This entails nurturing her unique abilities and interests, whether in athletics, the arts, or other endeavors, enabling her to develop a sense of herself independent of her royal status. Concurrently, they are not protecting her from her future. Her chosen but more frequent public appearances are orchestrated with meticulousness. These engagements function as an apprenticeship, enabling her to acclimate to the public sphere, grasp the intricacies of royal etiquette, and comprehend the obligations associated with her role. Through the systematic incorporation of her into public life, they are enhancing her confidence and illustrating that her role, although distinct from George's, is equally significant. She is being cultivated not merely as a contingency, but as an essential ally, an advisor, and a crucial member of the team that will eventually assist King George VII. This proactive and emotionally astute strategy markedly contrasts with the detached approach that previously allowed past spares to manage their intricate roles independently, and it may be pivotal in ensuring Princess Charlotte not only endures, but flourishes. A unique connection: Lottie and the monarch. In addition to protocol and parenting, a profoundly personal relationship is subtly influencing Princess Charlotte's position within the royal family, her exceptionally close connection with her grandfather, King Charles III. Amidst a life dictated by duty and formality, the king's apparent and sincere affection for his sole granddaughter provides insight into the interpersonal dynamics that support the institution and possibly its future trajectory. Observers have often remarked on the distinctive warmth that defines their encounters. The closeness of their residences, the Wales's Adelaide Cottage, is situated near Windsor Castle, facilitates more regular and casual interactions than are often feasible for senior royals. Candid photographs at public events often depict authentic connections, such as the king's face, illuminating with a broad, joyful smile as Charlotte nears him, or a gentle, reassuring hand resting on her shoulder. Those acquainted with the royal household assert that the king possesses a distinct fondness for Charlotte, whom he endearingly refers to as Lottie. Having raised 2 sons, Charles has frequently been characterized as yearning for a daughter, and in Charlotte, he appears to have discovered a kindred spirit. Associates of the king have said that her spirited and self-assured demeanor evokes memories of his beloved deceased mother, Queen Elizabeth II, and his intimidating sister, Princess Anne. For a king managing the challenges of his new reign, this relationship is seen as more than mere grandfatherly fondness. It serves as a profound source of delight and emotional stability. In a realm of courtiers and political duties, the unconditional affection of a grandchild serves as a distinctive anchor. The king is said to cherish small homemade presents from Charlotte, tokens of an authentic connection that surpasses the grandeur of his position. The intimacy has generated significant discourse among royal observers on its possible influence on Charlotte's future in the monarchy. The king is a committed traditionalist, yet also a progressive monarch who recognizes the necessity for institutional evolution. Numerous critics assert that his profound passion for Charlotte, along with his evaluation of her ability, is motivating a desire to establish a significant and impactful position for her. This does not pertain to favoritism that would jeopardize the heir Prince George. Instead, it is seen as a tactical initiative to strengthen the monarchy's future. The king, serving as a transitional monarch, recognizes that the burden of duty on King George will eventually be substantial. A steady, loyal, and publicly esteemed sister will be a tremendous asset. By offering Charlotte personal mentoring and ensuring she feels acknowledged and appreciated, Charles is not just indulging a granddaughter, he is investing in the enduring emotional and structural well-being of the firm. He is assisting in the construction of the support system that his grandson will eventually need. This dynamic may be responsible for Charlotte's growing prominence at significant state events. Her inclusion serves not only to complete a familial portrait, but also to acclimate her to the world she will eventually assist her brother in navigating. It is a discreet long-term strategy cultivated by sincere affection intended to cultivate a new generation of royals who function as a unified and supportive entity. In the sometimes frigid environment of royal existence, the profound connection between a king and his granddaughter may emerge as one of the most influential factors in determining the destiny of the crown. A heritage of regal women. Resonances of Elizabeth Ann Diana and Catherine Princess Charlotte is not only a result of contemporary changes, she is the descendant of a formidable female lineage that has shaped the British monarchy for more than a century. Her poised confidence and evolving public persona reflect the legacies of the formidable royal women preceding her, the steadfast duty of her great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth II, the unyielding resilience of her great-aunt Princess Anne, the emotional acumen of her late grandmother Diana, and the elegant diplomacy of her mother Catherine, the Princess of Wales. The most significant connection is with the late Queen Elizabeth II. Although she ascended to the Queen at 25, her feeling of responsibility was cultivated far earlier. From a young age, she exhibited remarkable seriousness and dedication to the role destiny had bestowed upon her. Observers see a comparable inherent serenity in Princess Charlotte. During serious occasions, such as the late Queen's burial, 7-year-old Charlotte exhibited an extraordinary maturity, maintaining impeccable posture and a concentrated look. During the coronation, she epitomized regal decorum, a diminutive mirror of the ancient ritual transpiring before her. This innate capacity to grasp the significance of a moment, a characteristic that epitomized Queen Elizabeth's reign, appears to be a trait her great-granddaughter possesses in abundance. It is the Windsor knot of responsibility and poise fashioned at an exceptionally young age. A more pronounced comparison is frequently made with Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. Recognized for her pragmatic demeanor, exceptional work ethic, and keen intellect, Anne has persistently been among the most industrious members of the royal family. A former Olympian, she has dedicated decades to essential but uncelebrated work for several nonprofits, garnering significant recognition without seeking public attention. She has effectively established a position of significant depth, offering an exemplary model for a spare, aspiring to a life of service. Charlotte's public presence often suggests a comparable fortitude of character. She is well known as the self-assured, sometimes quietly commanding leader of the 3 Wales children recognized for reminding her brothers of royal procedure on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Her assertive and commanding demeanor has prompted many to refer to her as Anne in the making. Similar to her great-aunt Charlotte, has an inherent resilience and confidence that indicates she will be a formidable presence. The title of Princess Royal is the preeminent distinction conferred upon a monarch's daughter, yet it is not hereditary. It is awarded at the sovereign's discretion. It is anticipated that King William may bestow this esteemed title onto Charlotte, a suitable homage to a persona that closely resembles that of its formidable present holder. Her name, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, exemplifies her whole heritage. The incorporation of Diana pays tribute to her deceased grandmother, a woman whose empathy and emotional authenticity irrevocably transformed the public's perception of the monarchy. Although Charlotte lacks Diana's first-hand experience of media harassment, she seems to possess an innate capacity for emotional connection with others. Her parents have the problem of fostering this Diana touch, while shielding her from the accompanying high expectations. Ultimately, the most direct influence stems from her mother Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Catherine has adeptly fulfilled her position, evolving from a commoner into one of the most esteemed and cherished members of the royal family. Her methodology is characterized by elegance, perceptiveness, and a tactical comprehension of contemporary media. She has refined a method of strategic relatability, engaging with the public through a combination of warmth and regal composure. Her emphasis on early childhood development transcends mere royal sponsorship. It is a fundamental conviction that distinctly shapes her parenting approach. She is imparting these talents straight to her daughter. Charlotte's engagements with the public, her courteous handshakes, and her genuine yet effortless smiles reflect Catherine's impact. The mother-daughter duo often synchronizes their attire, showcasing a cohesive and aesthetically pleasing appearance. Catherine is instructing Charlotte on the nuances of modern royalty, maintaining approachability without excessive exposure and embodying dignity without seeming distant. Charlotte is acquiring knowledge from an expert on how to reconcile a private life with public responsibilities, a lesson that will be crucial as she matures. She embodies the convergence of all these legacies. By amalgamating Elizabeth's feeling of obligation, Anne's perseverance, Diana's charisma, and Catherine's contemporary elegance, she has the capacity to create a royal personality that is distinctly and compellingly her own. The Charlotte effect, a media phenomenon and a soft power resource in the digital era, when public sentiment is shaped by social media and the continuous news cycle, Princess Charlotte has emerged as a genuine media sensation. Her allure transcends her royal status. It is her genuine and captivating persona that incites a multitude of headlines and a series of viral moments with each public appearance. The Charlotte effect has become a considerable soft power advantage for her for the monarchy despite her youth. Her ascent to public prominence has been characterized by a succession of notable occurrences that underscore her increasing self-assurance. The first insight was seen at the 2019 Christmas Day ceremony at Sandringham. Although her elder brother George seemed more reserved, 4-year-old Charlotte addressed members of the public with confidence, receiving flowers and even embracing a lady in a wheelchair, exhibiting a comfort and friendliness that contradicted her tender age. This confidence has only intensified. During the 2022 Platinum Jubilee celebrations, she gained internet fame as the unofficial guardian of her younger brother, Prince Louis. While he exuberantly waved from the Buckingham Palace balcony, Charlotte subtly placed her hand on his to calm him, a minor gesture that conveyed her profound awareness of the occasion and responsibility. One of her most pivotal experiences occurred during a family vacation to Cardiff to see preparations for a Jubilee performance. Presented with the opportunity to momentarily command the orchestra, she grasped the baton with concentration and joy, her expression illuminating as the music crescendoed under her guidance. The depiction of the little princess conducting a whole orchestra served as a compelling visual metaphor for her unexploited potential. Her recent performances at athletic events like Wimbledon have further solidified her widespread popularity. Positioned alongside her parents, she is not a mere spectator, but an engaged vocal enthusiast, her expressions of elation, anxiety, and exhilaration reflecting those of the audience. These instances of spontaneous emotion make her personable and charming, closing the divide between the formal institution of monarchy and the populace. Royal strategists at Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace are certainly aware of the Charlotte effect. While Prince George is meticulously groomed for the grave responsibilities of a future monarch, Charlotte embodies a distinct kind of influence, soft power. She personifies the monarchy, engages it with a younger demographic, and conveys an image of optimism, stability, and future potential. She is somebody esteemed by individuals of all ages and diverse origins. Nonetheless, this heightened media scrutiny has considerable hazards. The challenge for her parents is to leverage this public goodwill while shielding their daughter from the detrimental scrutiny that has afflicted prior generations of royals. Their strategy seems to involve meticulous management, disseminating personal family photographs on birthdays and significant events to satisfy media demand while preserving a level of privacy. It is a nuanced equilibrium between equipping her for public life and safeguarding her childhood. This has prompted several royal observers to speculate about the additional titles and duties she may eventually assume. In addition to the prospect of attaining the title of Princess Royal, there has been discourse over her potential future as the Duchess of Edinburgh. The title, closely associated with her late great-grandfather, Prince Philip, was recently bestowed upon her uncle, Prince Edward. However, it was conferred upon him as a life peerage, signifying that it will not be inherited by his son. This permits the title to be reallocated in the future. Conferring it to Charlotte one day would be a very meaningful gesture. It would connect her not only to a title, but also to Prince Philip's legacy of service innovation and modernization as shown by the Duke of Edinburgh's award system. It would assert that her function involves active participation rather than just passive status. Conclusion: a substantial princess for the contemporary era. Princess Charlotte of Wales transcends the designation of a mere spare. She represents the tangible manifestation of a monarchy undergoing transformation, serving as a link between its illustrious history and its ambiguous future. A convergence of historical circumstances, legislative reforms, and her inherent disposition has enabled Elizabeth to emerge as one of the most significant royal characters of her time. She is reinterpreting the narrative of the second-born, converting it from a position of frustrating ambiguity into one of strength, support, and strategic significance. Under the guidance of parents intent on circumventing previous errors and a king who perceives in her a mirror of his family's most formidable ladies and a source of personal delight, she is being groomed for a life of significance. Although her brother Prince George will eventually assume the responsibilities of the crown, Charlotte is being prepared for a distinct, although equally significant role. She is poised to become a strong ambassador for Britain globally, a valued advisor to her brother, a symbol of female strength, and an essential foundation of the monarchy. She embodies the legacy of Elizabeth Ann, Diana, and Catherine via her name and character, equipped with a distinctive blend of responsibility, resilience, compassion, and elegance. The narrative of Princess Charlotte remains in its nascent stages. As she transitions from a self-assured kid to a young lady, she must contend with the significant demands and attention associated with being a Windsor. However, if her formative years are indicative, she has the resilience and support system to not just overcome these problems, but to thrive inside them. She is not fated to govern, but she may be destined to fortify her brother's sovereignty and to redefine the essence of princesshood in the 21st century. As she ascends quietly, the world observes the emergence of a new and significant power inside the British monarchy, a substantive princess for the contemporary era. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts and goodbye for now.